So I think I'm gonna start getting into a little story time. This is like the third, like full third year because preseason's coming up soon. That I've been sport betting, and fuck, it's been a wild journey, and I love it. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a part of a community. You know what I mean? It's a very tight knit community. It's probably smaller than you'd expect. Um, I have guys that I talk to almost, probably 4 or 5 times a week. You know what I mean? Bounce ideas off, wish you the best of luck. Sometimes you hear, so and so's kids doing something. Congratulations, it's your birthday. You know what I mean? And it's just cool, like to see. I originally got into it because I originally got into sports despite my friends because I was an MMA guy. Grew up with MMA my whole life. You know what I mean? Ever since I was a kid, I was one of those lucky guys that like my fucking dad and uncle had like a chip to get scrambled sometimes, I guess. I don't know. But like, I just grew up with it, inundated with it. And we were a wrestling family. So like, I was just a part of it. And it always came like natural to me to gravitate towards it. And from there, it kind of grew into sport betting off of it. But I was never a sport guy. And my friends would make fun of me for it. And, being very petty and very egotistical, I chose to prove a point and got sucked into sports. And from there, I was like, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And put in $100. This is what I want to get into today, is a little story of my first big bet. Putting $100, I got up to like 300 some bucks. I was betting like, $10 here, $10 there, but just like all the time, on anything, I mean, and as much chalk as I could. I'm sure the bookies love me, but I built up, lost, probably $120 or something like that, $150. Panicked. It was week 5 of NFL. Okay. So there's 2 big favorites. I don't remember who they are. That I parlayed them with Steelers. Excuse me, getting hiccupy. Parlayed them with Steelers, I believe it was like minus 550 or something, like stupid odds against the Eagles. Didn't know anything about divisional games or anything like that. Like, I was a noob, you know what I mean? Long story short, I ended up winning the bet on a super sweat. Like, it looked like the Steelers weren't even going to fucking win, you know what I mean? Felt like king fucking shit, it was like probably a plus money bet. And, or even money or something like that. So I ended up losing and, fucking whatever. Got down to 270 and I talked to my cousin Drew and he hooked me up to sell it into Bitcoin. He hooked me up with like a Bit wallet and how to figure that out. And I put 170 in. At the time, Bitcoin was at 1450, which I thought is never going to go there again. But apparently I was very wrong. But it grew up to like 60 grand and it was like a time that I needed it. Like I needed to like work on my car or something to pay bills. So I ended up taking it out for like, I think it was like 1150 or something next year. Got like, massive profit off of Bitcoin. Very lucky to do it because I kind of just put it to the side, forgot about it and kept sport betting. Got killed on that year. Probably lost like $1,700, you know what I mean? But in a way kind of made it back off of the profit of Bitcoin. And the rest of the year, I had a very good year last year. There's a time I was just on a heater for months, and I raised my unit size from like 10 to 100. Went on a big heater, 2,500, took out $2,000, 500 in there. Built back up to 2,500, took out $2,000. Since then, obviously, it's like petered off. We're still like a positive better, but like we don't worry about that anymore. It's more about kind of the journey that we're on right now. And that's what I want to share with you is that, win or lose, man, like they're going to happen. Hopefully we win more than we lose, but just kind of this journey and like cool bets here and there. Like I won a plus 2,500 on the first Jake Paul fight. We'll talk about that sometime. I won like 600 some bucks off like a $20 every catch prop ladder on Michael Carter on the check down with the Jets on my lunch break as a server, just little spots like that, or as well, like my biggest loser, like I think I was at like 750, built up about 500 some bucks, lost 1,250 on I think it was Brandon Moreno losing his title, and then Ciryl Gane back to back, and I was drunk, I was with my friends, showing off. Fuck Ciryl Gane, for jumping the fucking ankle heel hook in the 5th while he's in guard, you know. Just different stuff like that, man. You know, have a little, you know, 7-8 minute breakdown on stuff like that. And, you know, I'm sure there'll be some more coming up. You know, maybe we'll hit a big parlay one time. Another one, you know, kind of just saying these are like remind me to get back to. One time I hit a afternoon slate, complete 7-game parlay afternoon slate on NFL. So, like, spots like that, I want to try to, like, date back where it's at so I can, like, tell you exactly what I bet, what I hit. You know what I mean? How much it was probably worth, because I can't 100% get it off the bat. But, you know, I rough estimate. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. My buddy Cross Country says, you know, he can't always just listen, but or like just check in, but sometimes you can just put it on there, listen in the background. I think that's really cool. Like, I do a lot of that. I listen to podcasts all the time while I'm, you know, cleaning, cooking, just thinking about bets coming up and bouncing my ideas off people and, you know, bounce my ideas off videos and what they say, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm obviously not infallible. I think I'm, you know, pretty sharp guy when it gets down to it. And I mean, at the end, I watch a lot of sports, you know what I mean? So I should be a certain level of sharpness to what I bet on. I mean, do this shit every day, you know what I mean? And a lot of it's just kind of repetition. It's like, you know, do I believe in this at this line? Kind of thinking ahead what might happen, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It really does mean a lot to me. Just kind of unwind. And I don't have a ton of people just that I can, like, talk to. Like, I don't have, like, betting friends I live with other than, like, my cousin. I love talking betting with him. He loves talking. A couple of my cousins that we love talking betting together. But, you know, it's just cool to, like, unload a little bit of what I'm thinking about certain things with you guys. So I appreciate it. You guys have a good night, and hope to see you next time.